it feels like it's been a while. It's been 3 weeks since you'll have seen me on YouTube. For good reason. But the last update was like my 6-week bulk update, I'm nearly sure. I'm not leaving YouTube again. I just took the couple of weeks off because recording was becoming just too monotonous, too much in the van, too much just not being able to record basically the way I want to record, you know, and what I want to record. And that's obviously just because myself and Dan weren't living in our house, and by the time you see this we'll probably be back in the house. So please God, all going well. Stuff like that, just the delays, one after the other. When one thing gets delayed, the next thing gets put back by, you know, another 2 weeks or another 3 weeks. So we've been waiting a long time to get back into the house. I'm on my way to collect special guests, as you'll already see by the thumbnail, the title of the video. It's an exciting couple of weeks coming up. Obviously a lot more to share on here, and obviously the way we're moving is a lot more in line with the way obviously I've always wanted to go. So things are going well, to be fair, and obviously I use YouTube as my way to get across exactly what I'm doing, the way things are moving, and obviously tracking my own progress. I've been doing it, you know, daily on the Instagram, and I want to be getting it as across on YouTube as much, just obviously a lot more long form. So it's leg day. We're on the way to collect Mr. O'Brien. I've actually never trained legs with him. I've barely ever trained with him. I've never trained with him in a proper training setting. Him being locked in, me being locked in, both on blast. But I'm excited for it. We're heading to King's Gym, one of our favourite gyms, both of one of our favourite gyms, and while he's at home, obviously it'd be rude not to try and get that session in, because when he comes home quick and he's gone again. So we're going to get that session in ahead of tomorrow's TeamCBC client day, which I'm looking forward to as well. So we've got that tomorrow. We're going to train legs today. Today is the last training session of the week, so we'll get in there and hopefully take off a good one. I dropped I think I dropped anyway. Oh, I did, thank God. One of my knee sleeves. You know, for the first few weeks of the Gain Phase, I was actually using no knee sleeves. For squats, for leg press, for everything before that I would be religious on. And do you know what? It was absolutely fine. It was absolutely fine. But ever since, you know, adding the knee sleeves in again, it just gives you, like, I've bad knees, I've bad hips in my head anyway. But I definitely have like shit knees. So I suppose the knee sleeves kind of just give you that little bit of reassurance, you know, when you're under heavy load, whether you're squatting. Obviously they do give you, you know, the extra oomph, you know, when you're supporting the knees, but they definitely do just give you that little bit more of like, okay, we're under heavy load here, I'm going to be able to move it, and, you know, and not split my knees in half.
Shit.
What?
Big boy bus now.
The big bus, boy.
Big bus story.
About time.
Were you outside for long, were you?
Yeah, like the last 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, seriously?
Yeah. How are you doing?
You're resting, are you?
No, I'm just pulled in.
I was waiting for you to message me, and then I actually just checked for the crack.
No, I'm just pulled in.
What's the story? That's a handy little look, isn't it?
It's nice, isn't it? This is the first time you'll be on one of my YouTube videos.
Honoured. Honoured.
It's usually me behind the camera, boy.
Not anymore, boy.
But look, this is it, look. That's fucking handy, like, isn't it?
Man, that's very good. You can see, I didn't realise there was a camera on it and all, too.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be fucking about with settings or anything, do you?
Not really, like.
It follows you as well, does it?
You can have it to follow you, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen.
Cian picked while I was going in for a piss.
Have you had this before?
You have to smell it as well every time.
Always, yeah.
Ah, that's a big slug.
The first one's a big one. Then you sip away. Yeah. It's grown on me a lot.
I was going to get Danielle to record for us in King's, but her brother came home from Australia last night, so I just said I'd let her off. So myself and Cian.
I wouldn't be letting my girlfriend off that.
but we're heading in for a session. Obviously, you would have, if you follow either of us on Instagram, you probably would have seen by now that I am joining the TeamCBC crew as a coach, which is fairly exciting now, to be fair. The build-up, it's just been the build-up, kind of just waiting for it to get out. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's been under the wraps now for the last couple.
Obviously, coached by Cian, TeamCBC. Yeah, it's like the way I suppose I've gone with everything in the last while again, and obviously, you know, I've been coaching since 2020. I think we're both really on the same wavelength, you know, when it comes to coaching, when it comes to everything bodybuilding wise, and I'm excited to go for it really and just see where we go over the next couple of months. Like,
obviously, I mean, you have a good working relationship from videography, from the coaching, and we've been able to manage everything really, really well, regardless of our friendship too. And I just think, you know, it's the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? It's the next step. And the biggest thing for me was you've just been around the longest in terms of like, if I for some reason couldn't make it to a photo shoot day, the only person I think who could manage it right now would be you. Do you know what I mean?
I think that like a big thing is because I've been in the background
You've been in the business
for the last while.
You've been in the business for over a year now.
And obviously I've made fucking good friends as well that are your clients, you know, and it's, for me, CBC, like coached by Cian, it's the community thing really, you know, is a big thing, and I've obviously become a big part of that community in the last while, and I have a great relationship with a lot of his clients, and I know a lot of his clients, so it's more, it's not like this whole big thing, it's more so just having another bigger part in the business now, I suppose, and being able to help more people, and being the community that it is. I just think with my coaching, I'm going to be able to get out there and obviously help a lot more people as well. And you're going to be able to obviously see that a lot more in depth here on YouTube, to be fair. Obviously, you know, on Instagram you're going to see everything and what's going on a daily basis, but we can like chat about it more on YouTube.
YouTube's going to be a big one for both of us.
YouTube will be a big one, and there'll be a big crossover probably between the two YouTubes, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to be over in Manchester soon. Obviously I've been over to Manchester a good few times, but it's always been in like a different setting. I've always been recording for you.
Yeah.
Fat Massy's always been recording for Cian, but like today now is going to be the first session that I've ever done with Cian where, you know, we're on the same page.
We're on the same page
in terms of what we're doing at the moment,
doing,
you know. He's rebounding out of his Ibiza prep.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously reversing out of my little fucking diet to get me back into the swing of things.
Yeah, no, the big thing is the community, and that's something that we should probably even push more and more, because I don't think many people outside of TeamCBC realise kind of how strong it is. You know what I mean? Like, there's people there now that are, I would say, really close to best mates. Do you know what I mean? Just from being clients, training together, training partners, meeting up with each other. Obviously, we've actually have a team day tomorrow as well, which being, you know, one of the best days of the year for me. We have a show coming up there for Simon in 3 weeks, and there's probably going to be a good 6, 7, 8 people that are just clients coming to support. And you know, a lot of these people have met you over the last year, 2 years, or however long it's been, and you know, they know you, they know what you're about, and they've obviously seen you on my page, seen your transformation recently. Obviously, it's not like you're starting off coaching fresh either. You have been a coach, and you were a coach before, you know, you picked up the lens. So it's just kind of getting back into that now.
Yeah, and like, as anyone who's been watching the YouTube, you know, over since like my 2020 photo shoot prep, you've kind of seen, I know there's been like hiatuses, but like you've seen over the last, you know, four and a half years how it's kind of gone on, you know. And obviously I've gone down different avenues, but it's all kind of been the same place I've been, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
But just obviously doing different things within the whole industry.
It's all in the one industry, yeah. And it's just it's just time to fucking to build up now as well, and to expand and scale up and try and help more people as we can. Do you know what I mean? And take the business in the route that I wanted to go. Yeah. And I think our values align very much, as you're saying. Even when I was, you know, with me coaching you, anything that I wanted to do, you were fully on board with. Anything sessions you had, I was like, yeah, that's, you know, we were both very much on the same page. There was never, bar you crying for an extra 20 grams of protein. Okay, I give it to you. No, everything has been like, we both had the exact same idea. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is the right way to go about it, and obviously, you know, it's worked to a T. So
that's the thing, dude. Like, I've been at pretty much every client show that Cian's had, every photo shoot, obviously, and just, you know, being able to sit back and like watch the approach. The approach is the exact same. You know, it would be tougher to be working with Cian if the approach was completely different, or you know, like the business was, you know, a completely different model.
It's not like like this is like a physique development fucking company, and you're coming in as a health and well-being fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's not our wellness, whatever.
Exactly.
Like, you know, we're both very much like, you know, this is it, results driven, community, XYZ.
And obviously, Cian took over my stuff. What, like 6 months ago?
Yeah,
Maybe around 6 months, around 6 months ago, maybe longer, even at this point.
maybe longer at this point. Where are we? October, man. The months are fucking right. It could be a little bit longer now at this point.
But that's the same for me. It's the ability for our relationship, Cian and Massey, and then fucking business is separate. You know, like Cian's able to coach me, and that's one thing I was thinking of. You know, as long as the coaching relationship can stay, you know, as strict and as accountable as it has been. You know, I said in the last video, I don't know if I've said it to you. Like, you've probably been the most accountable.
I'm your number one YouTube follower. You stop and watch everything.
You know, but I've been able to stay accountable to you, even though like we're fucking doing all this other stuff, which is a big thing for me.
That's something that I've always been able to do. Like, I've coached a lot of my people, my fucking best mates to photo shoots, and obviously that's a bit more extreme than your regular diet. But you know, most people, when they know someone, they can be a little bit more, you know, lenient, I suppose, or kind of pull back a little bit. But I've always been very able to separate it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have a laugh at you, and you were mates. But if this needs to get done, it's going to get done. Do you know what I mean? And we both know that's kind of the rule. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, like that. Like, I know it's obviously because the way my head is now and everything. But I know showing up on that Monday check-in that things need to be right. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's a good fucking feeling.
That's just standards, though. Standards you hold for everyone, all clients, regardless of who they are. Do you know what I mean? It's like, right, you have to do this. I don't care if you're fucking my best mate or someone that I barely know. Standard is set across the board by everyone. Yeah. And it has to be met, and that's what you're saying for your clients now as well.
Exactly, boy.
Cheers to that.
So yeah, things will kick off. As I said, by the time you go out, by the time you see this, myself and Dan will be back in the house. Videos will be just coming as frequently as they were. Just part of the daily life. And I know it can get monotonous, but it's just the daily run-ins of how things go. And you're very similar in the way you want to obviously approach that with your YouTube. But YouTube is just a way for you to be able to see like exactly who we are. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a big thing for you to be able to get to know someone.
Unfiltered.
And it's obviously very unfiltered compared to the 90 seconds. The 90 seconds that you see on Instagram. But it's fucking roast inside the car. It's actually a nice day in Ireland for once. At least you came back to nice weather.
In Limerick City, kid.
In Limerick City. And
we're going to the Mecca. Into the Mecca, where it all started for me anyway, pretty much. Where my bodybuilding... I would say my bodybuilding journey began here, genuinely 110%.
Cian was privileged to actually train out of here during lockdown.
Yeah,
weren't you?
Yeah. I got tight with the owner.
You got tight with the owner.
But look, I just took a chance, man. I rocked up. I heard about a gym in Limerick that was open during lockdown. I said, I'm going to go in. I'm going to knock on the door and see if they let me in. And that's how much, you know, the gym fucking means to me. Do you know what I mean? There's some people that would have said at home and did nothing about it, but I knocked on the door and I knocked on the door and the door opened, and it opened me to a whole, literally, other fucking, you know, before that I was just tipping away, didn't know too much about bodybuilding, didn't know where or what I wanted to go or what I wanted to do, but took a chance, came in and trained inside there with all the posters up on the wall that you'll see now in a minute. I was like, yeah, going to go for it. So anytime I do come back here, it's always a good session. It's fairly nostalgic.
That was the first time Cian and Anto trained here last year. That was the first time I've ever been in Kings. I've only trained here like 4 times, but it's a good session every single time. You know, and the environment is just, it's just different. The environment, you know, you don't know who you meet inside there, but like you're going to be fucking probably chatting to them anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, I like it a lot. I would say, I'd say it's my favourite gym in Ireland. I would.
Yeah, like to be fair, I haven't trained in many gyms in Ireland. Like,
I've trained in some, you know, what quote unquote the better gyms, you know, like the gym Carlo and the gym fucking Newry, I suppose that's Marner and all that kind of stuff. And equipment wise, they're good, but they don't have the atmosphere that you want. No, I've never trained in Southside or any of them kind of places in Dublin. I assume they're decent, but for me, this is the Mecca of Munster anyway.
Yeah, and it's only £7 for a day pass, and you get like 2 drinks as well included in it.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I'll go 15. Oh, fuck. That got fucking heavy quick, bro. Jesus.
I say calves, I'm just destined to forever have shit calves. My feet are slipping off that look, yeah. Well. I love the fucking the posters.
Yeah.
I think it
Just
gives
looking at them all,
it so
imagine.
much.
We're starting off with seated calves. We'll do a lying hamstring, leg extension, some form of a squat, leg press. That's probably it then. There's no adductor. I'd like an adductor in here. An adductor in here, you'd have like a complete leg session. Oh. Nice. Nice. You usually do stiffies on Saturdays, don't you?
No.
No?
That's actually Tuesday.
Same as myself, so.
That'll be the session we train, so.
Yeah.
Come on. Up. Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Leave it there.
Good. Come on, one leg to fuck.
I am on fucking setting up, kid.
Oh yeah, come on,
lad,
15,
lad,
20.
lad.
Look at that, easy. Come on, lock it in. Yeah. Come on, come on. Press. Look at that. Come on, there's more there.
Come on, it drops off now. It'll drop off. Press through. There you go. Nice.
Oh. That is a beautiful leg press.
Crazy pretty, baby.
Every machine has to be moved though, because he's about a foot taller than me. Come on, son. Good, plenty there now, come on. Two now, two. Yeah. I only recorded just clips of the session. There wasn't actually that much recorded, but it was a good session, wasn't it?
Very good, yeah.
It was a good session. Fucking heavy kit. And it felt good. Like, we're just missing the adductor in there, and I would train legs in there every week.
If I was in Ireland, I'd train there 100%, even if I'm living in Nina driving. But I just have a fucking attachment to that gym,
but the kit just feels good, like where you're training. Quads, hamstrings, it just feels fucking
It's how a
good.
gym should be too, in my opinion, is in like, you know, music is blaring, people are fucking chatting, you know, not like, you know, stupidly chatting, but like everyone is in there together, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you're in there in groups or that, like people come up and talk to you, and even lads there kind of like train, jump behind the desk, giving a hand, that kind of stuff, you know, I really like that.
I was busy
that feel to
too.
it.
That's the
Very
busiest I've seen it. But it's a Saturday, so the men are in getting the fucking pump for the weekend. The next time Cian's back in Manchester, we'll be back in the house. I'll have to have you down to the house, man.
Yeah.
It's nice now compared to the first time. He was in the house once before to record a podcast, but it's done nicely now. We've put a lot of time into it. So, but the cat's out the bag. The inquiry form will be in the link. The inquiry form will be in the link in the description. You can head on over there if you want to work with obviously myself or Cian. And
Part of the team.
we'll be happy to have you as part of the team. I'm buzzing for it now. I am buzzing for it. Like, it's going to kick off this week now. This week ahead is when it's going to properly kick off. And yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity, boy. And I just hope I can. Jesus. Yeah. I just hope I can fulfill the role now properly. And I'm just absolutely buzzing to start putting athletes through journeys again and through good transformations, whether that be just losing a couple of kilo of fat, getting a couple of kilo of muscle on. You know, as I said, people moving into the winter, whether it is like looking to do a gain phase properly or you're looking to do a fat loss phase properly, instead of wasting the rest of the winter and, you know, starting January and being in the exact same position you're in right now, you could use the next 9 weeks, whatever's left of the year,
There's fucking 11 weeks left of the year.
to actually get yourself in a good position. So
9 weeks by the time you get this out.
9 weeks by the time I get this out. But if you are interested at all, you want to have a chat with either of us, click the link in the bio. Subscribe to the channel. The videos are going to be dropping on a weekly basis, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.